Okay, welcome back. I think we're in tutorial 4 of the cutting board series. And in this tutorial, we're going to make it look like a cutting board by adding some textures to this wood grain. And the other thing we can do is we can work on the design a bit to make it interesting. This is not necessarily interesting. One thing I want to do before I go too much further is I'm going to check out the size of my cutting board. So I'm going to head up here to this inspect. I'm going to use the drop down and click the measure. And what I can do is pick the edge of this edge and the edge of this edge, and I can get an overall measurement. So I'm an inch undersized. I'm going to keep that in mind because I was hoping for 12 inches. I can increase these. As you know, we can edit them all, but I'll keep that in mind and we'll decide what to do. Let's restart the selection and go from here to here and make sure that my cutting board is 14 inches long, and it is. So that's good. So check your size, make sure it's the way you want it. What did I say that was? It was 11 by 14. So if I pull up the calculator and I go 11 times 14, I'm at 154 cubic inches. It's totally fine. I could leave it this way if I like it. It's all about proportions. We'll have to decide as we go. Okay, time to make this look like a cutting board. Head up to Modify, choose Appearance. When you do that, you should get this little menu that comes up. And you get to scroll down with the scroll wheel, and mine are picked because I've had them open, but I'm going to collapse these little folders here. There. Yours might look like this, and you get to pick an appearance. So we're going to go down, find wood, click the little folder to open it up, and then under wood we've got, we've got finished woods, we have these woods, we have unfinished woods, we have solid woods, and your job is to find one that looks like you want. So I'm going to go solid wood, and I'm going to see what's in here. 3D maple sort of thing, 3D ash. If it has this little button beside it over here that says, if you'd like to have this texture, you need to download it. So it only takes a second if you do. Okay, I'm going to head back up. I'm going to grab this cherry one that's under wood and throw this on here. Maybe the center board right there. So notice how it shows you which one it's going to apply it to. Apply it to that one. Just drag and drop. That's all you do. Then I think I'm looking for some walnut. So walnut. I'm going to put that on these skinny boards right there, and some walnut right there. Remember, walnut is an expensive wood, and we're going to use it for accent pieces only to reduce the amount of walnut we use. Okay, so now, cherry, there we go. I double click the cherry and brought up this menu, and I noticed this grain is going the wrong direction. It should be running lengthwise. So if I do the rotation here, I should be able to turn the grain to make it run the right way. I could also change the scale of the grain if I think it's not appropriate for the cutting board. I can make it wider or narrower sort of thing. Anyway, just so it looks good. We'll hit done. That's cherry. I think the rest of my cutting board is going to be maple. I think so. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm going to go find some maple here. And where's a good place for maple? That's not it. I think I saw it, but I was trying to avoid that. I don't find it that pleasing, this texture. But anyway, let's go 3D maple semi-gloss. Let's drop some of that on there. And let's drop some of that on there. And let's drop some of that on there. There we go. And again, just as before, you could double click this maple, and apparently you get a lot more settings in 3D than you had in the other one. And you can start playing around with the settings if you want, trying to make it look a little more mapley. Okay, so this is an example of a design. And this design may or may not be pleasing. I don't find it that pleasing because I find this stripe right in the middle. I'd like to have the stripe offset a little bit. So how could I do that? Well, what if I told you it was an inch under. So what if I went to this board here, and I turned on the joints, and I found the joint that I made that joined this one to that one. So let's go and expand the joints. And maybe it was that last one I made. No. I'm looking for the one that highlight. Oh, I have to finish. That's what's happening. I got to finish my textures. So now I'll head back to finding the right joint. That one, I think. I can delete that joint. So right click and delete it. And this board's now free. And I think I'm going to stick this board on the other side. So assemble a joint, capture position if you see this, pick this middle face, pick this middle face, there we go, push OK. And then remember I had one more 1-inch board I needed? Well, I'm going to put this over here, so I'm going to go and grab board A again, right click, I'm going to copy it, I'm going to make sure I'm top level, and I'm going to run over here, right click, and paste new, drag it out, push OK. That last board, which is now EFG, board G I've just named, I'm going to activate it, jump into its sketch, and make it so it's only 1 inch wide. And push enter and finish that. Okay, so I got a 1 inch wide board now that I need to join on the end. So assemble a joint, capture position always, and we are now going to select this one, and we're going to attach it to this one. Push OK. All right. That's a little more pleasing to my eye. You decide. So again, you're using the species of wood to introduce a little bit of color pattern to try and make your cutting board interesting. So other things I might consider doing is I might consider, do I need to have 3 boards here since they're all the same kind of wood? And the answer is probably yes, because I don't think I can get a board wide enough. So then if I'm going to have 3 boards, maybe I should have them equal width. So then I would head in here and I would inspect and measure, and I would try and measure from there to here. It says it's 10 inches, so I should divide 10 into 3 pieces and make each one of these boards that, because it's going to look a little funny if it doesn't look planned. So I'd go back and edit these boards so they're all 1/3 of 10 or 10 divided by 3. And by the way, you can do that in Fusion. For the measurement, just put 10 divided simple 3 and push enter, and it will do the math for you. So that's kind of cool too. I'm not going to bother right now because this video is long enough. Okay, so in the next video, we're going to put the drip groove into this cutting board. Maybe I'll put the 10 divided by 3 in there. Okay, that's it. See you in the next one.